Welcome back to the program. I'm Randall Terry. We were talking off the air about the impact on the world if America was truly energy independent. And I actually think it's almost unimaginable. And one of the questions was, don't we have some company in Saudi Arabia that has the name Amera in it? And I'm certain that we do. Originally, the Saudi family who's in charge of Saudi Arabia knew that they had oil, but they didn't have the money to exploit it. So American companies went in there and got multi-decade leases. Ultimately, after the American companies made billions of dollars, they let the Saudis out of the leases and restructured the agreement. But I want you to think for a second. Why so many American oil executives don't push for full energy independence? The reason is because it's like price fixing. When the Saudis put a crimp in the amount of oil that comes from them, so it's always, not always, but mostly driven by the Saudis or OPEC as a group. When they say we're going to tighten the hose a little bit, put a crimp in the hose, they shorten supply and then demand stays where it is, and so it drives the price up. So I can remember just a few years ago paying $4 a gallon for gas. Okay, now we're below $2 a gallon. But the Saudis, when they tighten the spigot, American oil executives are going, yeah, baby, because all of the American oil prices shoot up. Our cost of production doesn't shoot up. Do you understand? Do you understand me? The cost of our production does not go up. It's the profits that go up. And there have been years where ExxonMobil, they were the most lucrative, profitable businesses in America and probably in the world. And it is vulgar. It's despicable because these men are not obligated to raise the price. They can say we're not doing it. We're not gouging the Americans, but they gouge us, okay? So President Trump is saying, I'm putting the American worker and his family first. We're going to have total energy independence. We're not going to allow OPEC or the Saudis to raise the price of oil by shutting down supply. We're going to have such a big supply, we'll keep gas below $2 a gallon for the foreseeable future. Who knows how low it can go once all the infrastructure is paid for with the profits of the oil. All right, I'm gonna read to you. Let's switch gears. I'm just gonna read to you. If you want, you could put this up on the screen just so it's not totally boring, but this is worth reading. All right, this is from the New York Post. Exclusive, the Trump transition. Donald Trump's media summit was a expletive firing squad. Donald Trump scolded media big shots during an off-the-record Trump Tower sit-down on Monday, sources told the Post. It was like a expletive firing squad, one source said of the encounter. Trump started with CNN chief Jeff Zucker and said, I hate your network. Everyone at CNN is a liar, and you should be ashamed, the source said. The meeting, quote, the meeting was a total disaster. The TV execs and anchors went in there thinking they would be discussing the access they would get to the Trump administration. But instead, they got a Trump-style dressing down, the source added. A second source confirmed the fireworks. The meeting took place in, quote, the meeting took place in a big boardroom, and there were about 30 or 40 people, including the big news anchors from all the networks, the other source said. Trump kept saying, we're in a room of liars, the deceitful, dishonest media who got it all wrong. He addressed everyone in the room, calling the media dishonest, deceitful liars. He called out Jeff Zucker by name and said everyone at CNN was a liar and CNN was a network of liars, the source said. Trump didn't say NBC reporter Katie Tur by name, but talked about an NBC female correspondent who got it wrong. And then he referred to a horrible network correspondent who cried when Hillary lost, who hosted a debate, which was Martha Raddatz, who was also in the room. The stunned reporters tried to get a word in edgewise to discuss access to the Trump administration. CBS Good Morning co-host Gayle King did not stand up, but asked some question. How do you propose we, the media, work with you? Chuck Todd asked some pretty pointed questions. David Muir asked, how are you going to cope living in D.C. while your family is in New York City? It was a horrible meeting. Trump spokeswoman Kellyanne Conway told reporters the gathering went well. Excellent meetings with the top executives of the major networks, she said during a gaggle in the lobby of Trump Tower. Pretty unprecedented meeting we put together in 2 days. The meeting was off the record, meaning the participants agreed not to talk about the substance of the conversations. The hour-long session included top execs from network and cable news channels. Among the attendees were NBC's Deborah Turnus, Lester Holt, and Chuck Todd, ABC's James Goldston, George Stephanopoulos, David Muir, and Martha Raddatz. Also, CBS Nora O'Donnell and John Dickerson, Charlie Rose, Christopher Isham and King, Fox News, Bill Shine, Jack Abernathy, Jay Wallace, Susan Scott, MSNBC's Phil Griffin, and CNN's Jeff Zucker, and Aaron Burnett. I'm sorry for laughing, people. Arthur Sulzberger, publisher of the New York Times, plans to meet with Trump Tuesday. All right. This is Trump saying, now please understand this. I know I'm over, I got to quit, but listen to me. This is Trump saying, this is President-elect Trump saying, it's on, people. You want to fight? I'll fight. I'll fight you. I have 28 million Twitter followers. I can release a video. It'll go viral. I can circumvent you. We're in a media age right now, people, where Mr. Trump doesn't need to give them access if he doesn't want to, or he can pick and choose. He can sit down with Sean Hannity, who is not a part of the mainstream media, and he can have them chafing at the bit. Now, there is a New York Times meeting, which is supposed to happen today, but all right, I've got to take a break. I'm just telling you, this is Trump saying it's on. And him releasing that video that we played for you a little while ago, that's him saying, here's where we're going. And we don't care if CBS or NBC likes it, and we don't care if they complain because I'm not giving them interviews about it. This is what the American people elected me to do, and it is what I am going to do. I'll be right back. I'm Randall Terry. I want to invite you to go to our website. Almost every book that I have ever written is available as a PDF online for free. We have a ton of products, training materials, tools that are available for you for free. All we ask for is that you give us your email address. That's it, so that we can stay in touch with you, and yes, from time to time, ask you to support this work. So I'm inviting you, go to the website. Now, for those of you who say, well, I don't want a PDF, I want a real book. You can get one of my books. All you have to do is pay for shipping and handling, and then give whatever gift you want. And if you can't afford anything, we'll send you the book for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Why are we doing all this? Because we want to change the direction of the country, and we need to raise up a fresh generation of warriors to do that. That's why we have this tool. I invite you, go to the website, see for yourself. Does God judge nations? If so, why? What does his judgment look like? And is America under the judgment of God? I answer these questions and many others using the scriptures in my book called The Judgment of God. I encourage you to go to our website and download your own PDF and study the scriptures on the judgment of God.